I don't think I've ever been at the gym this early on a Sunday, man. It is noon. It is 12:30, which is insane for me. But we got leg day today, you know? And I have to come in here and get it done. We have, what is it? Where's my tenor? 12 days left, 12 days left to show off some laps. So I got to try to shred down as much as possible. I've already said this a million times. This 90-day period is probably going to be extended by an extra 30 days to really get that uh, get better ad visibility and bring down my overall body fat percentage. Right now I'm like at I guess 16 to like 18, maybe 20. And I gotta get it closer uh, to like a 12. All right. I'm starting off these seated hamstring curls. And last time I did 150. It's been a while, but yeah, two months ago with 150. So let's do 150. I haven't really done these. I kind of just stopped with the heated hamstring curls. Don't know why. But these they're making a guest appearance for today. Let's see how many reps I can do. As always, it's going to be training towards failure. All right, let's go. Nope. Let's do a drop set. Back up to 110. Oh. Oh man, I haven't done a drop set on this thing ever, so that felt good. We did 150 for what, 5, right? And then I did another 5 for 110. That's pretty good, man. I'm definitely feeling it in my hamstrings right now. Normally, I don't feel anything on this exercise on my hamstrings, which is, it's kind of good that I'm feeling it for once. Here we go. The last set, we're gonna do 150 again. And then depending on the skills, we'll do a drop set. Maybe 2 drop sets. Oh, that's not 150. Holy shit. That was light as hell. Let's go. That was almost 5. Right back down to 110. 1. 3. All right, another drop set. 70 this time. Yeah. Yeah. That is the most hamstring activation that I've probably felt ever in my life. Another 45-pound plate on the ab crunch. What are these called? Decline? Yeah. Let's go. 20 reps. Hey. 19 reps, right? Oh, that's fucking exhausting. Ugh. 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 Those 45 plate ab crunches, man, they're fucking getting to me, man. They're heavy. Uh, man, I'm like stopping. Mainly because I'm just getting tired of holding the fucking blade. I don't think I'm reaching a failure, which that part sucks. All right, what are these AB ductors at? Here we go. Let's do 75. Haven't done 75 in a while. Ugh. It's running as many reps as possible. Let's go. Four. That's good 18 reps. The gym crowd is here. It's empty. What time is it? It's so different. That's what I wanted to say. Other than like maybe two people that I recognize that are from my normal time that come in, everybody's like completely different. I'm sure a lot of these people are also college kids that are just home for the summer. So that adds to the diversity at the gym right now. For the set, we're going 10 pounds heavier. We're going to 80. Let's make that change in here real quick. That way I don't forget. Three. Oh. Oh my god. I honestly feel like I have a giant fucking bump in my thigh glutes right now that it's just making it very difficult for me to do a full range of motion rep. I mean, that was only 14 reps. Like, I should really do more, right? Just felt like I was hitting a stopping point, not because I was able to, just because like my range of motion is kind of limited. At least that's how it felt. I could be completely wrong. You know, it could be just because I wasn't able to do it. Let me do another set and move on. Move on to, I don't know, maybe some leg extensions or something, maybe some squats. I don't know yet. I gotta do my quads though. I might do a hack squat today. I haven't done that in a while. Oh, let's go. Oh. 135. I mean, that's exhausting. It didn't feel difficult. I didn't feel much strain on my quads. I want to go heavier, but like, let's get hungry. Um, I'll go to 185. Give that a try, and go from there. Decide what I want to do. Yeah. 185. Come on, let's go. Lightweight. Let's go. Oh. All right. Oh. It is insane how much I've had to eat today, and and I'm not hungry right now. It is 1:30. I ate around like 9 or 10 after my cardio session from this morning, and that was only some leftovers on my made from my dad's birthday yesterday. And it wasn't like a lot of food. It was probably roughly 500 calories. And I'm not hungry right now, man. I'm not. Like I could eat, but I'm not hungry, which is insane because normally I've had like 3 other meals by now. Uh, but it's all right, man. I'm getting this workout in, taking my time, and about to do these leg extensions. So let's take a look at what I've done in the past. I always want to do better than last time, so I've already done 2 sets. Kind of them as warm up sets. But actually, the last set was 160. No, we'll count that as a warm up set. Most that I done, or at least what I did last time, was 190 for 10/11 reps. So let's put it 200 this time. And let's see if we're able to do another 11 reps today. Let's go. One, three, four, five. Mm. No. No. Mm. Mm. All right, Reed, it was 12 reps, man. It's one more rep than I was shooting for, which is good. Exactly what I needed. But I also did more weight than last time before, so that's pretty fucking good, man. That is how we do progressive overload, man. So for the next set, I'm gonna keep it at 200 and see if I'm able to do another 11 reps, 12 reps. Kind of go from there. The next time I do this exercise, I'll probably go up in weight. Let's go to 110, and then see how many reps I can do with that. You know, my quads are feeling pretty good, man. I noticed the last couple of times that I've done legs, I've only ever done like one exercise per like my leg muscle group. So like one for quads, one maybe two for hamstrings, the abductor. So basically one just focusing on my glutes, and then that's it. I go home, I peace out. And I think I need to change that. I think I need to bring back some old training that I used to do in the past, where I'm really focused more on my quads, my hamstrings. I used to do like squats. I did squats today, but I used to do more for squats. Uh, what else did I do? Leg extensions. I used to do RDOs. I used to do uh, from time to time bulkier and split squats. There weren't the best things that I'd do because I fucking hate those, but like I used to do them from time to time. Now I don't even do that much amount of exercises / volume for my legs, and you can tell that my legs have definitely shrunk. Not only from the fat, but also just like they're not holding as much muscle as they used to. At least I don't think they are. It might, but I think my quads used to be bigger like 3 years ago. I could be wrong, but I think they used to be bigger. Uh, all right, let's get ready for another set, and then maybe do some walking lunges. Give that a try. The thing that I hate about walking lunges though is just like it's hard for me to target my quads or glutes, depending on how I do them. Because like if I go from one leg to the other, like I'm walking, one leg somehow is emphasizing, let's say, my quad, while my other leg is emphasizing my glute. And I know there's a certain way you got to do them to emphasize. But it's just like no matter what I do or try to switch it up as I'm walking, my default kind of just goes back to that, and the emphasis just doesn't apply where I want it to apply. So I might have to do a standing split squat instead of a walking lunge. That way I'm able to target intended muscle. But the other thing about that is just like when I do it standing, same thing happens. Maybe I'm maybe too far forward with one leg and then not far forward enough with the other. It's hard for me to get in the right position when I don't know what the right position is for set emphasis of muscle group. Let's do this next set. Two. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, another fucking 12. That is a good fucking set, man. Another fucking 12. Holy shit. Oh, oh my god. My quads are feeling it, and I'm glad that I decided to train legs today because like today was a day that I do my medicine, and I always do my legs, and I didn't want to do it when I was sore. Hopefully, I'm not sore in 2 days. That's when I have to do it again. Uh, I gotta find the right spot to do it in my glute. Yeah, in 2 days, in case my quads are sore. The only place I've ever done them is my quads. I can't really reach. I've done it in my shoulder in the past. I just can't reach. I don't have that flexibility. So yeah, that's why I was doing my quads. All right, let's let's take a break, see how things are, and then I'll probably stick around. I would do 2 more working sets with this with 200 pounds, just so I keep getting that more of the volume for my quads because I really need my quads to get back to the size that I think my quads were 2 years ago. You know, I mean they're probably bigger than now than they were 2 years ago, 3 years, 4 years ago, however long it's been. But they just don't feel like they are. So I got to train them more often. I'm really debating about doing the hack squat still. I might do the leg press instead of the hack squat just because like the leg press I'm able to load it more and put more emphasis on my quads than a hack squat. But the hack squat there's like I'm pretty sure I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's more reward out of it than on the leg press. If that makes any sense. Hopefully it does. So at least that's what I think. My brain is processing it now. I said I wanted to do the hack squat, and here we are. I already did my first set just to try out the weight, see how it felt. We only got 2 plates on here, so it's not heavy, but considering how I'm trying to lose fat, it feels pretty heavy. And I've only had 1 meal so far today, which is crazy. And what else? Oh, I've already done like a few exercises already to deplete my energy level. So we'll try to do as much as I can with this. I may add a plate, or not a plate, a quarter to a plate, depending on this feel. So let's go ahead and give this a try. Oh, yeah, one. Oh. Hey. Oh. Ah. Yeah. Oh. Man, my quads are just fucking burning. They're like shattering apart, which feels real fucking good. I'm not gonna lie. It's just, goddamn. I didn't realize I was just this out of endurance from training legs. Huh. I'll do another set in a second. You need a break though. Fucking how I had how I had the quarter. We're gonna call that progressive overload. Let's go. Oh. Come on. Ugh. Ugh. Oh. Oh. Fuck. Huh. Man, I was really hoping to get 5. Rum rub shy, oh well. That was fucking hard. Man, my legs are fucking weak. I need to get them. Part of me like wants to continue this cut and show off my abs. Part of me wants to like start bulking up in the best way possible to gain size and strength, not just start eating whatever I want. Like over the last couple weeks, /months, my mindset has been like shifted with like if I go in bulk, I can't just like go back to eating like I used to. I gotta continue eating how I've been eating and just be in a slight surplus. Continue eating my chicken, continue eating my beef, and that's stuff that I was eating before. But I also like splurge with everything else that I had in front of me. To an extent, I'd be more freely. I'd get McDonald's more often. I'd get Burger King more often. Cane's, Chipotle. Chipotle's pretty good. Don't get me wrong, but like I was doing those things and not tracking how much calories I was eating. And now it's just like I'm so used to doing this that I want to continue doing it and not fall off of it, but just like track the amount of food I'm eating in a bulk and not overeat. Continue being restricted in the bulk. If I'm going to say I'm going to eat no more than 2,100 calories for the next month, then I gotta make sure I can't pass that. Same thing, but probably my thought would go like this: 2,200, then 23. And it's just like because it's very easy for me to just consume like 3,000 calories in one sitting. That's not difficult, and I don't want to do that. I want to be smart about it. Continue, training effectively and training so like my muscles get bigger from that standpoint. So, like that's one of the reasons why when I just stop the cut, go right into the bulk, but I want to continue going on, and we've got 12 days left. It's probably going to be a total of like 45 days or 42 days until I actually cut down or finish completely stop. Because I still got to lose another 10 pounds, that's going to happen in 12 days. So I want to get to the point where I can get to 190. Hopefully it's a lot faster than, and it's not going to take us, hopefully it's not going to take an extra 30 days, maybe 15 extra days. But, who knows? Either way, once it gets like, let's say 190, I'll probably cruise and stay there for like a month or two, at least try to. And then after that, slowly start incorporating eating more calories. Slowly start going into a bulk. And then switching off my supplements from that standpoint, Oh, my back. I just want to break it in half. Let's do another set. Oh, crap. Let's go. Oh. 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 Fuck. All right, I got my 5 reps this time. Fuck. Holy shit, man, that took a lot out of me. today's workout was actually pretty solid. My quads, I'm feeling it. It's exactly what I needed to like really overload my quads. And I only did 3 quad exercises. The back squat wasn't really a quad exercise. I mean, it was, but it wasn't. And the reason I'm saying it wasn't was just because I mean, I only did 185 for one set, and the other set was 135. So like, I didn't do a lot to really break down my quads, but it added to the leg extensions, and then that added to the hack squat. You know, so like there was a ladder effect happening, which it did help, but it wasn't the primary mover. You know, I would argue that the leg extensions was a more of a primary exercise for my legs today, for my quads, than the back squats. And then the hack squat was maybe a primary mover, like a primary exercise, and the amount of overload, the amount of tension, the amount of muscle tension, muscle stress I applied on my quads. But overall, like today was a solid workout, man. You know what sucks is I'm feeling since I'm doing my medication every other day. I'm having seen some post injection pain, which has never happened before. But I looked it up, and one of the supplements, it's common for that thing to happen. So it sucks, but it's not. I don't think it's the post injection pain that I'm feeling. I think it's something else because my right leg, I did that leg 2 days ago, right? And this morning I woke up with like some kind of awkward pain, not in the area where I did the medication, but closer to my pocket area, like that region where like, you know, your pants pocket usually is, a little backwards from that. Uh, weird sensation right there. It's like some bruising feeling, you know, it feels bruised. So I don't know if I just slept wrong, if I slept on something. I don't think I did. And it just kind of like all that pressure from me sleeping and my body weight on it, which might have happened. I don't think so, but maybe it was just like a knot from the sheets that I was just sleeping on top of that kind of just caused that bruising. But I mean, I didn't feel it yesterday. I didn't feel it the day before when I did it. So like, I don't think it was from the PIP. I think it's just a one-off type of thing. You know, it feels weird. But what has helped is the first time I did it, it lasted like 4 days, the PIP, maybe 5. So when I did it the second and the third time, I put the vials in some warm water, not hot, not extreme, like, you know, just warm water. Like you can shower in this warm water, you know, baby water, baby temperature, warm. Best way to put it, you know, nothing too hot. Because I didn't want to, you know, if it's too hot, then you're gonna mess up your compound in the vial. So you just want it warm enough just to like, what's the word I'm looking for? Make it more liquidly, you know, since it's an oil basically. Imagine like your car engine oil. That thing is thick, so you got to warm your car up, right? That way it's easier to move in your engine bay. Same thing with the medication. You got to warm it up so that way it's easier to move around. And so when you put it inside the medication, you administer the medication, it's able to, you know, spread around more easily and not just kind of be in a one area because it's so thick. Hopefully that was a really good analogy. I think it was, but ever since I did that the last 3 times, morning, the other day, the day before, that might have been, this morning might have been the 3rd time. The PIP is somewhat there, but it's not as long. But also I think just allowing the oil to warm up a little bit more, I think is, you know, the key factor here, because I might have just put it in there for like 30 seconds, pulled it out. So I think I just gotta leave it in there for like, you know, 2 minutes or so with, again, warm water. I think ChatGPT said keep the water between like 100 degrees or so. You might want to double check because, you know, when it's really hot, I think it said when it's above like 110, that's when it starts messing, or at least it has the potential to mess with the compound inside, because now the compound inside, it is not warm, it is hot, and it's like trying to adjust, you know, so like you're burning the compound potentially, you know. So you just want to warm it up if you're doing that type of stuff. Um, it's going to make it so much easier to also kind of push through. But again, I don't know why I was going with this, but today's workout, solid. I loved it. I liked it. It was good, man. I give this workout like a 9.5 out of 10. I don't know what I would do more to make it a perfect 10. Maybe the lunges, maybe more squats. I think that might have made it like a perfect 10, but I got to get some new shoes, man. I talked about this like 2 years ago in a video, and I said I was going to buy some squatting shoes. I think it's time for me to buy them. I'm not going to, but I think I should. And I thought I should a few years ago, or 2 years ago now. Just because, you know, I love wearing my boots, but they're not the best for squatting. Which strangely enough, today I felt pretty comfortable squatting. My movement pattern felt solid. I didn't feel like I needed to shift my weight or anything. I don't know what it was, but the squat, even with the barbell, which normally, like when I have just the barbell and I squat down, I feel like my movement pattern is like shifting from one side to the other. With shoes on, without the shoes on, it's just like my balance. I can't capture my balance, but today that was not an issue for me. Today I was able to hold my composure, my balance with just the barbell. That's usually when I have the hardest time. It's just the barbell, which is a strange thing because when I go heavier, I'm able to like better grasp my balance, or at least hold my body tighter. So I don't know what it is about that, but it was moving pretty smooth. I only felt one knee discomfort, which honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot about. And that was when I was in the hack squat, and it wasn't a complete knee discomfort like I normally feel. It was like a half of the sensation that I normally feel when my knee does get discomfort. You know, like partially. It was just like a quick, not a sharp pain, but a quick like, you know, jolt, and then it went away. It's hard to explain, but like it wasn't as strong, it wasn't as lucrative as it usually is in the past. So that is a plus. And I did not feel that, and I normally feel it on the squats. I felt that on the hack squat one time out of the 4 sets I think I did, 3 or 4 sets. And I think I felt it the second set or the first set of 140. So when I have the 45 and the 25 on, I think. I don't know, man. But as a plus, man, that was good. It's so weird, man, going to the gym on a Sunday. I kind of liked it. So I might start going to the gym on Sunday mornings and train legs, because like I have all my energy, right? I'm pretty energized right now. And I feel like if I train the legs during the week, I have everything that I did, which is basically a lot of working from home, you know, boring stuff that just kind of, by the time it's time for me to go to the gym, I'm not necessarily physically tired. I'm like boredom tired that I don't want to, you know, do a lot. You know, I still do, but like legs requires a lot more mental fortitude, mental resilience, if you will, to really go hard, you know. And I think if I'm able to go to the gym on, you know, Sunday morning, I just realized I forgot to do my second cardio session. God damn it. Fuck. It was a good thing I did an hour this morning. That's what I made my today's workout a 10 out of 10. I was forgetting my cardio. Fuck, man. Oh well. Anyways, besides that, what was the point that I was making? Man, I don't even know. It just kind of hit me that I was supposed to do cardio again. Like I technically I wasn't supposed to, but like I would have liked to do another cardio session just because, you know, I'm already at the gym. Walk it off some more. Oh, enjoying going to the gym on a Sunday. That's what I was saying. It was good, you know. The gym wasn't crowded. It might have been crowded at the beginning, but like nobody was really in my way when I was doing abs. Everybody's in like the free weight section. Nobody was in my way when I was doing legs. Everybody was, you know, on the other side of the wall doing like free weight stuff with like cables, benching, curls, upper body stuff, you know. Oh, excuse me. Not many people were utilizing the leg stuff on the side of that I was. So like it was perfect, man. I was able to take my time. I was able to do my workouts. And you know, during the week, it's still not the same. You know, there's not all the legs stuff isn't really busy usually. You know, people don't like training legs. I don't know why, but it's just like I'm mentally exhausted that I don't have the energy to push through a serious and intense workout like today. Like I push through, don't get me wrong, but I want to be able to push further by going to the gym earlier because I'm not drained from boring stuff all day, you know? That way I'm able to just focus on the workout, and then if I have to do anything else, I'm gonna do it later. You know, so I like that mentality. That's the old mentality that I used to have when I used to work at Raising Cane's, like back in the day. I used to be a manager, and before I was a manager, actually, I was a kitchen person, cashier person. But anyways, besides the point, when I used to work for Cane's, my schedule was always like working night shifts. You know, from like 4 to like close, or like third shift. I don't know, like 10 to like 5 in the morning. Anyways, when I was working those shifts at night, it allowed me to wake up early in the morning, eat, go to the gym, train as hard as I can. And that's when I used to have the best leg sessions, man. When I would wake up first thing in the morning, get ready, get myself situated, go to the gym, work out, come home, shower, and then go to work. Because like I was focused on myself first, and I had all the energy. I wasn't drained. Now I work 9 to 5, or technically 8 to 5, and I'm like, damn, I'm at home, can't really do much other than work, which is fine. That's what I'm getting paid to do. But it's just like I gotta wait to go work out. And sure, I could wake up earlier, go to the gym, work out, but I like to take my time and not be rushed. So I'd rather work in the afternoon. You know, so it's a trade-off thing. Sure, I could try it. But I'm also, my schedule, like the way I have it lined up so far, is just wake up early, go do my cardio, go to work, basically back to my apartment, go work, do work, eat whatever, fresh food, and then go to the gym. So that's basically my schedule, which is kind of nice. But I'm not gonna lie, I do miss the workouts that I used to do like in the middle of the day, just because I had all the energy, man. I'd wake up fresh, no problems, no issues, eat, go to the gym. Now I'm like, all right, problems and issues, whatever first, and then my own personal development. So it is what it is. Maybe one day I'm able to not have my normal 9 to 5 or 8 to 5, and I'm able to just work for myself and focus on working out. Maybe that's my personal goal. Hopefully that comes true in the next year or two. That's what I'm striving for. So, but anyways, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. If you haven't already, please do so, and go ahead and continue joining me on this journey of Project Abs, which again might be extended by an extra 30 days. Just give myself some extra leeway time, and cut down some more. Right now, as of today's video, where's my phone at? It's in my pocket. I think we have 12 days left. Was that right? Yeah, 12 days left. So May 30th is supposed to be the last day of Project Abs. Don't know. I don't know why I keep saying I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm going to extend it to the end of June. Give myself that extra time. That way I'm able to really, really develop more abs. I mean, they're not going to develop by that much, but like lose more fat, so that way I have a better chance of revealing the little amount of ab development that I have. That's the best way to put it. Because I might be growing, some muscle, very, very a small amount. I highly doubt that I'm putting on a shit ton of muscle right now. But I mean, overall, like throughout the whole month of me working and losing fat, I'm probably gaining like 0.1 pounds, if I'm lucky. And that's just overall, not in a certain spot, just probably overall. But hey, at least I'm losing it. I'm sticking with this 90 days, which is soon to be 120. In the past, the winter arc that I did, I think last year or the year before, I think I've done two. I don't know. I tried losing weight, and I did lose some weight. I got pretty close to like 207, and then once I reached that, I went back up because like I stopped. I wasn't really I was serious about the losing weight, but it's just like it got to a point where like stuff was coming up, and I was just letting that other stuff take over my life. And now stuff is again coming up this time, but like I'm not letting it deter me away from this. I'm saying no to everything and just focusing on making sure that I'm not losing the fat. There's been a few times over the last like months that I did not digress. Like I might have gone up 2 or 3 pounds, and then it might have put me back a week, try to lose that weight again. But the reason that I went back up was not just because I went out and did stuff like and just got careless. Um, I had to get a new car recently, as you know, and when I was test driving cars, I was really hungry. Went to my parents, so I didn't eat out, but I went to my parents, and and anytime that I go to my parents, it's always a pleasure, it's always a gift, and I get to have my mom's home cooked meals again. So like I try to eat my mom's cooking whenever I get a chance, bring them back. So when I was just driving a car, went to my parents because they were closer for me to eat, and I was starving. So I was like, you know what? My dad wants to check out this car. Let me eat real quick while he's driving it around before I have to go back to the dealership. And so like I ate some food, didn't know the calories, didn't know how much I didn't eat that much, but like I didn't know the calories, so I didn't know how to track that. So like there's a couple instances where like stuff like that happened. Well, the car thing that was only there was one time. My dad's birthday was recently, so like got to go out and celebrate. So we didn't go out, but my mom made some food, so I did the best that I could to make sure like I didn't overeat. I ate enough to satisfy me, and luckily enough that when I went to my parents yesterday and I weighed myself this morning, I went down by zero point 0.2, which is still pretty good, which means I lost. Perfect. I didn't overeat. I didn't overindulge. I ate just enough to still be in a calorie deficit because I lost 0.2 pounds. And then there was another time, Mother's Day. Was that recently? Yeah, that was. Yeah, that was last weekend. I don't know why I'm blanking out. That was last weekend. So like, my parents invited us again for a cookout, and I ate. I think I went up like 2 pounds. Not a big deal. Lost it pretty quickly over the next like 2 days. But like anytime I went up, it did take me a couple days to go back down, which that part sucks. But like it's just stuff like this that I'm like learning how sensitive my body is to like food and gaining weight. I wish I had a better idea of how many calories I was eating. That way I know like, all right, I went over this amount and I went up 2 pounds. Like, I don't know if it was like, restore my glycogen or not. Maybe I was, carbing up, which is good. Normally I don't really have that many carbs throughout the day, but like, I don't know. Well, I guess I do know. I have an idea of like how sensitive my body is to extra food. So yeah, which kind of goes back to the fact of like when I stop losing fat and try to maintain / go into a bulking phase. Oh, this thing's getting hot. I've never seen that warning before. I'm gonna end this vlog right now just because the camera's just getting overheating. And I don't want it to break because it's an expensive camera. I don't want to replace it because I don't have the money for it. Thank you for watching. If you have not already, like I said, please subscribe, hit the playlist. You continue watching Project Abs and continue watching me try to lose this fat and see anything that comes up in my life. So that way, if you're dealing with something, hopefully you have the ability to overcome it as well and continue with your goals. So again, thank you for watching.